Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 957th Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I put onto YouTube. Now, this is one of our brand new concept battles, okay? This is where we have four lesser or weaker factions that are fully upgraded, okay? So every unit in the weaker or lesser 31k factions are fully upgraded. They've had maximum money, okay? And we're facing four battle-hardened, tried and tested 31k Roman armies. Now normally when we play this, we're usually hosting on a winter map with woods in as well, so that the Barbarian faction gets the winter bonus and the woods bonus. But Brotherhood member Mars is just hosted on a plain flat map here, so none of the Barbarian factions will be getting any bonus at all. Okay, as I say, normally we host on a winter map so that they get the winter bonus, and usually we've got woods as well, so they've got the winter and woods bonus. But this map, Barbarians have got no bonuses at all, so this is a big disadvantage to us, but we just have to see how we cope with that during the course of the battle. Okay, our first teammate is Brotherhood member Aurelius. Now he's got 13 chosen swordsmen, 1 druid, morale boosting druid unit, and 6 chariots. Okay, if you have a look there at his chosen swordsman, as I say, we've looked at chosen swordsmen before. They're very underestimated infantry and fully upgraded. You'd be surprised on how tough chosen swordsmen are. Okay, and also if you bring a druid unit, right, that is a good tactical move, because that really does boost the morale of barbarian troops. The chosen swordsmen have got excellent morale anyway, but the druid unit will boost their morale even more. So that's a really good tactical unit to bring in a Britannia army there. So well done to Aurelius. Okay, he's gone for the Barbarian Warlord Chariots. There's his general there. Now remember, the Barbarian Warlord Chariots have got 5 hit points, and when they rout, they just leave the battlefield like any other unit. Remember, we've seen a lot of chariot units run amok when they get routed, and they kill both friend and foe alike and become a menace to both friend and foe alike when they run amok. But these chariots, they just leave the battlefield like any other unit when they're routed, and pound for pound, they're thought to be the best chariots in the game. So, but no head hurlers. Notice he hasn't bought any head hurlers at all. He's concentrated on the chosen swordsman and the chariots there. So it'd be interesting to see how he does with that army. Our next teammate is Brotherhood member Fesen. Now Fesen has got 11 chosen axemen, 3 berserkers, and 6 cavalry. And just note, no archers. Okay, so there you are. You can see is chosen axemen there. Remember, these guys have got effective against armor axes, and they can cut wide swathes through heavily armored troops like Roman infantry, and used correctly they can be battle winning troops actually in combination with their allies. So as I say, maximum upgraded as well. They've got excellent morale, and it'll be interesting to see how well they're handled during the course of the battle. Then we move on to the berserkers with their effective against armor maces, 2 hit points, massive fear factor they bring, taking morale away from enemy troops, destabilizing them, making them more susceptible to routing. And these units arguably are the most powerful units in the game. That's why we only allow 3 in our games. In the early days of Rome Total War, people used to bring whole armies of these berserkers, and it was just a case of point, attack, win. But we find 3 over the years. We found 3 berserkers in combination with the other shock troops of Germania can still be a very powerful force. So it'll be interesting to see how well Fesen handles them. And then of course you've got the Gothic cavalry. Check out the specification of this Gothic cavalry. I think you'll be surprised on how good this Germanic Gothic cavalry is. So there you are. That's a pretty good Germanic army, but as I say, no archers. So I'm thinking, could it be a rush army there? Our next teammate is myself, Spartan Commander, who's bought the Spanish faction. And I have got 17 bull warriors and 3 armoured cavalry generals. Right, there's the bull warriors there, look. If you notice, as I say, every one of our units in our team are fully upgraded. And if you notice here on top of their helmets, we looked at this before, the Spanish worship the bull and the sun god. And can you see the sun there being held up by the bull as horns there? So you've got the bull's horns holding the sun there as well. As I say, they worship both the bull and the sun god there. And as I say, got 17 units of them, and I've gone for the armoured cavalry general as my my armoured cavalry there, rather than the light cavalry. Spain have only got light cavalry, so I decided to go for the armoured cavalry general units there. No slingers though. Notice I've got no slingers. Okay, slingers are only short range and not particularly good, I don't think, against Roman troops. So I've decided to go for, as I say, 17 bull warriors. Okay, and our last teammate is Brotherhood member Earth, who has bought the Gaul faction. Now he's got 8 chosen swordsmen, 6 archers and 6 cavalry. Okay, 8 chosen swordsmen. There you are. There's another look at the chosen swordsmen there. As I say, very underestimated infantry, I think. And there you see that he's got the Barbarian noble cavalry. They're okay, fully upgraded, of course, as we said. And he's got his 6 Forester Warband archers hiding there. Okay, remember the Forester Warband archers can hide anywhere on the battlefield, and they're hiding at the moment. So he's got 6 of those there, 6 of the archers there. So that's our lesser, weaker factions there, but they are all fully upgraded. Okay, so we've got Britannia with Aurelius, we've got Germania with Fesen, we've got Spain with myself, and we've got Gaul with Earth. This has got the potential to be an absolutely cracking battle. And remember, this is a new concept battle. And here is the other team. We've got a player who's called himself Biggest Dickus, but is in fact Brotherhood member Mars. Okay, now he has got 4 archers, 10 infantry and 6 cavalry. Okay, but there's something I want to show you about his army here that you might find interesting. Can you see that his cavalry have got 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. So each one of those cavalry is going to cost him 2,220 denarii. Okay, so each unit's 2,220 denarii. The combined total of what his cavalry has cost him is 13,320. Okay, please remember that if you can. The 6 cavalry of Mars are 13,320. Now there is a reason why I'm going to ask you to try and remember that, as you will see later on in the battle. So let's say that 6 cavalry there cost him 13,320 denarii. So if you can just remember that, I think it'll be interesting later on in the battle. Okay, their next teammate is Brotherhood member Royer. Now Royer has just got 8 infantry, 6 archers, 5 cavalry and an old school armoured cavalry general. Okay, he's only got 8 infantry, but I'd like you to have a look at the upgrades on those 8 infantry. Okay, his forward unit there, you can see it's got 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. So that's some serious urban cohorts there. One of his infantry units, look, is fully upgraded. 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. How often do you see that on the battlefield? But most of his infantry have got 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Now we know urban cohorts do really well with just gold shield, gold attack, but you put 8 upgrades on and that one unit is fully upgraded, plus you've got an eagle unit there boosting their morale even more. Those 8 infantry are pretty tough. Now his cavalry, I'm guessing, are just gold shield, gold, yeah, they are, look, just gold shield, gold attack, his cavalry. So you can see that he spent the majority of his money on his 8 infantry. Okay, and as you saw, looking at the upgrades there, that's going to be really difficult, I think, for barbarian troops to break. And there's, you've got the old school armoured cavalry general. Remember, that's got 2 hit points, excellent specifications on that armoured cavalry general. So as I say, that's only a small amount of infantry, but you saw the upgrades on them. I think they're pretty tough. Now get ready for this. Here we have Tabor. Get ready, 20 infantry units, no cavalry. No archers, just 20 infantry units. Can you imagine the firepower that he's bringing there? Remember, those 20 infantry units, each man in those units could throw 3 pilers. So if you can imagine the firepower that he could lay down onto our barbarian team. But have a look at the upgrades. You'll see his forward units have only got 3 upgrades on. I don't know whether that's gold attack maybe, or gold defense. And then you go back, gold shield, gold attack, but the final line of his battle formation has got 7 upgrades on, an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. Okay, and there's his general there, fully upgraded. If you notice there, can you see 9 upgrades, fully upgraded general unit there, but no cavalry. So he's gone for the 20 infantry for the firepower that he can put down onto our weaker units, and as I say, no cavalry or archers in his army. Okay, and their last teammate is Gotw Romex. Now Romex has got 10 infantry, 4 archers and 6 cavalry. Okay, 10 infantry, 4 archers and 6 cavalry there. And I think if I remember correctly, he got pretty good cavalry. Count the upgrades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry there. So there's the enemy team. Really solid Roman armies. This is going to be a challenge. Okay, at this stage of the battle, as I know a lot of you are into statistics, you might like to know that the enemy team have got 48 infantry units. Okay, so they've got 48 infantry units. That equates to 3,936 infantry. Okay, so the enemy team have got 3,936 infantry. Now, get ready for this. That means that before they even get into hand-to-hand combat, they can throw 11,808 pilers. Okay, so before they even get into hand-to-hand fighting, 3,936 Romans can throw 11,808 pilers into our troops. Now remember that our factions are all very susceptible to missile damage, and then on top of that, the enemy have got 14 archer units. Okay, they've got 14 archer units there. So not only have we got to contend with 11,808 pilers, they've got 14 archers to actually shoot down on us as well. There you are. There's 4 there, look, for Mars. There's 6 there for Royer. So that's 10 archers so far. Tabor didn't have any archers, so that's 10 they've got so far. And then another 4 there with Romex. So they've got 14 archers, okay, to shoot at us. And as I say, don't forget, all our factions are incredibly susceptible to missile damage. So that's 14 archers they've got to shoot at us. Okay, plus there are 11,808 pilers, and all we've got is 6 Forester Warband archers that are hiding. Okay, if you put the mouse arrow over them, you'll see them there, but they are actually hiding. So we've got 6 archers against their 14 archers, and remember, they've got 11,808 pilers to throw into us before we even get into hand-to-hand fighting. What a challenge it's going to be for us. Okay, at this stage of the battle, you'll see the enemy archers moving forward of Royer there, and what he's trying to do is target our Germanic ally there. Remember that all our troops are susceptible to archer or any kind of missile damage there, and as you can see, it looks to me like he's going to target Germania. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move forward with my army here and try and take the pilers from as many pilers as I can into my pilot shield units there. And don't forget, my Spanish army can throw pilers as well. So I think what the team plan was at the beginning is for me to move my Spanish army forward so that I would take the pilers and I could reply with the pilers there. This is a nice move here by Fesen there. Going to charge his cavalry into those SBQR archers that are unescorted at the moment. Okay, so that's a nice move there by Fesen, but I can see enemy infantry moving out there now to support the archers there and enemy cavalry. So I think it'd be a good move for Fesen to move his cavalry back, which is what he's done. So a nice chase off of the archers there. But as I say, you can see me moving my Spanish army forward. As I say, the initial team plan was for me to move my Spanish army forward to try and take as many pilers as I can, but also to reply with pilers as well. Okay, so that's the initial team plan. Okay, you'll see my teammates, they should start forming up behind my Spanish army there. Okay, there you can see Earth's Forester Warband archers. You'll see them disappear as they stop moving there. Can you see them disappearing there? Remember, those Forester Warband archers can hide anywhere. The moment they stop moving and they're not shooting their arrows, they just disappear. They just hide anywhere, as I say, on the battlefield there. But as you can see, at this stage, my Spanish army is out the front. And as I say, the initial battle plan there is for me to kind of take as many pilers as I can and to reply with pilots as well. Over here on our left flank, you'll see that Aurelius has moved his chariots out onto the left flank there. Fully upgraded Barbarian Warlord chariots, don't forget. Now, ideally, I'm thinking what he's thinking here is to get his chariots in behind the enemy team. If you notice, can you see the enemy have kind of clumped together, like maybe looking more defensive there? And as I say, if he can get his chariots behind them there, then maybe we could get those Roman troops in a sandwich attack, with us attacking the front and the chariots coming in from behind. Maybe that's what we could do. Okay, but as I say here, you can see my Spanish army out the front there, as we've talked about as the initial battle plan there. Now the enemy, as I say, remember they've got 14 archers there, and all our units are susceptible to archer damage. And here you can see Fesen moving his Germanic army forward as well there towards my Spanish army. But as I say, you can see most of the enemy have grouped, kind of like they've gone defensive there. And as I say, you can see Aurelius, as we thought, moving his chariots there, his Barbarian Warlord chariots with their 5 hit points on, in behind the enemy troops. Okay. But here you can see Fesen moving his Germanic troops kind of in front of my Spanish troops. Now that could be a possible target for an enemy hit there, possibly. But with all those archers of the enemy troops, they're going to be starting to shoot arrows into those Germanic troops there. So that I'm not quite sure why Fesen took his army so far forward there, because as I say, the enemy now will move their archers forward and really target his Germanic army there. So there you are. He's starting to move. Look to me like he's starting to move his army back a little bit there because of the archers. Right, can you see the enemy team starting to move towards us now? And as I say, the archers there, let's just pause the game for a second here. The archers of the enemy team, don't forget 14 of them there, are already starting to shoot their arrows into our Germanic ally. Okay, look at these archers here in close tight formation for more impact, more penetration, and cause more casualties. So make no mistake, our Germanic ally is going to suffer a lot of casualties there before we even get into hand-to-hand fighting. Okay, just from the archers. But also something else is going to happen here that I think you'll find quite interesting, and I'd like your comments, your thoughts in the comments when you've watched the battle. Right. Okay, can you see here that Mars is deciding to attack with his 6 cavalry units, okay, into our Germanic ally. I guess he's going to go for the general, or he might be trying to provoke an attack before we're ready. But remember, those cavalry cost him 13,320 denarii for those 6 cavalry units. Okay, so please remember that, 13,320 denarii for those 6 cavalry units. Okay, now watch this very closely here, and there you are. You can see the cavalry smashing in. Get ready for this. Bang! Right, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 and 12. Right, 12 seconds. And Mars has lost 13,320 denarii. Okay, in 12 seconds, 13,320 denarii has just been lost for Mars there. Okay, with that cavalry attack. Now he may well be trying to go, he may well have gone for the Germanic general there, hoping to take the general out. Or he may well have tried to activate the berserkers with that cavalry charge. I think all of us on the battlefield, including his allies, were a bit shocked. As I say, he may well have been going for the Germanic general, or trying to activate the berserkers, or trying to provoke an attack before we were ready. But as I say, he's just lost all 6 of his cavalry of 13,320 denarii there. Okay, so interesting there. I thought you might find that interesting. Over here on the right flank, can you see how Earth there has moved his archers there in a curved formation, shooting into the flank of the enemy troops? Nice move there by Earth there. And as I say, you can see at the rear of the enemy troops there that Aurelius has now got his chariots in position, ready to charge in if necessary and when necessary there, okay? Just like to show you, though, a nice bit of battlefield awareness by Tabor here. Can you see that Tabor has now put, I think, 10, maybe, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units of his infantry in behind the enemy team there, facing the chariots. Okay, so there's a nice bit of battlefield awareness there by Tabor, looking to neutralise the chariots. Plus, you've got that Julii army of Mars there as well. Another powerful force there to neutralise any chariot attack. Okay, but as I say here, I'm just wondering whether that attack by Mars will provoke Fesen into attacking there. Okay, it may well do there. We'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, there you are. You can see Fesen has now decided that he's going to attack with his Germanic army. Alright, so there you are. You can see him throwing his battle damage units in towards the Roman troops. You'll see I'm moving my Spanish army over there, trying to support any attack that he's going to throw in there. Okay, also here you'll see that the 3 berserkers, okay, his 3 berserkers have now been activated. Okay, so they will now charge. They're completely out of Fesen's control now, and they will charge towards the nearest enemy troops, which are those blue Scipii troops. So those berserkers are going to hit them there. You can see that Aurelius is bringing his Britannia chosen swordsmen. You can see the Germanic cavalry are locked and loaded. You'll see the Earth's cavalry are locked and loaded as well, and he's bringing his infantry in as well. So this is going to be a rush attack now. Okay, there you are. You can see the Germanic troops going in there, including the berserkers. Look, and bang, as they smash into those enemy Scipio troops. Unfortunately, some of Fesen's Germanic troops were already weakened by that cavalry charge and archer damage there, so that's why a few of them have routed, but they're charging in. Now you'll see I'm going to move my Spanish army forward there, and then I'm going to throw in one volley of pilas, and then I'm going to charge in to try and support the berserkers there, okay? See my Spanish troops moving forward. You'll see the Britannia chosen swordsmen are charging forward as well. See Aurelius is charging his chosen swordsman forward there. And you can see the Germanic cavalry are locked and loaded, ready to charge in. And there's my Spanish troops. As I say, I'm going to try and throw in one volley of pilas there. If you notice there, can you see my bull warriors there? I've got their pilas out. And then I'm going to charge in a surge attack with these Spanish troops there to support the berserkers. You can see Earth's cavalry locked and loaded. He'll charge them in as well. What we're trying to do here is to try and mass rout the Roman troops, okay? That's what we're trying to do, to mass rout the Roman troops. You'll see that Aurelius here is doing some preliminary attacks with his chariots there, just testing out the defense at the rear. But here could well be the make or break of the battle, okay? So get ready for this. You can see there the berserkers are really charging in. I say the Germanic cavalry are locked and loaded. I've thrown in a volley of pilas, and I am now going to surge attack with my Spanish troops into the enemy troops there. Okay, there you are. You can see my Spanish troops charging forward. The cavalry, the Germanic cavalry have just hit like a bang as they smash in there. You can see my Spanish troops surging forward into the enemy troops. See the chosen swordsman of Earth following in the Gaulish chosen swordsman charging as well. We're trying to smash a hole through the middle of those Roman troops, trying to cause a mass rout. Okay, that's what we're trying to do there. Now, just like to draw your attention here to the nice positioning of Royer's cavalry in wedge formation for more impact and more penetration to smash into the side of our attacking troops. Nice battlefield awareness by Royer there. Now Earth may well be able to neutralise that cavalry attack with those couple of units, but we just have to see. Okay, but at the rear here, unfortunately for us, you'll see that some of Aurelius's chariots have been routed there by the enemy troops. Okay, so that's unfortunate for us. And over here you can see other chariots attacking enemy troops there. And I always remember thinking this one chariot unit there, you could bypass the rear guard of the enemy troops and charge in there, look. And it with maybe with the Gaul cavalry going in at the same time. Don't forget, Earth got his curved archer formation there, shooting loads of arrows. Remember those Gaulish archers have got long range, they can do a lot of damage there. shooting into the enemy troops. But here, as I say, we're trying to, here's the Gaulish cavalry ready to smash in there as well. But here, as I say, in the centre, we're trying to cause a mass rout of Roman troops there. Okay, with the Germanic berserkers, my Spanish troops are surging forward. There you can see I'm throwing my general armoured cavalry units into the fray as well. Look, and bang, right, here comes the Gaulish cavalry. Get ready for this. And bang, as they smash it in there. Right, so that's the Gaulish cavalry coming in on our right flank there. But over on our left flank, can you see, as we looked at earlier, Royer now is smashing in with both infantry and cavalry there into our flank. Okay, but as I say, my Spanish troops and the Germanic troops are still pushing forward. But here, if you look on both flanks, you'll see the cavalry attacks by both Gaul and Royer's cavalry. Right, the Gaul cavalry going first, look, bang, on the right flank. Now watch on the left flank, see the SBQR cavalry coming into our left flank there, and bang, and here comes the Germanic cavalry, gonna smash straight into the centre of the engaged enemy troops. Get ready for this, and bang, as he smashes in. I'm also surging forward again with my Spanish troops there, trying to rout as many of the enemy units as we can. As I say, trying to get a mass rout. I just saw the enemy Scipio general get routed there. We're really trying to break through there. You can see the Germanic cavalry coming back to lock and load. But over here on our left flank, Royer's caused us a lot of casualties there with that really nice cavalry attack he threw in there. He's got his SBQR infantry fighting there as well. Okay, so that left flank of ours is worrying me a little bit here at this stage of the battle. Okay, we've got Britannia troops and Earth, if you notice here, being a good teammate that he is, and good tactician, has brought his infantry over from the other flank here, some of his chosen swordsmen, to try and shore up our left flank against that massive cavalry attack. But as I say here, you can see the cavalry of Gaul charging in there. And at the back there, you can see the chariots of Aurelius still trying to break through the enemy troops, still trying to get in behind the enemy troops there to attack them, to try and get them in a sandwich attack with us attacking, obviously, the front of them there. Okay, you can see the Germanic cavalry of Fesen. Now, he may well pull his cavalry around the flank and come in from the flank there of the enemy troops, so he's going to hit them in a weakened area there. But here, as I say, you can see my Spanish troops really pushing forward, surging forward into those enemy Julio troops. We've got Gaulish chosen swordsmen there helping out as well as the Germanic troops. I think the berserkers, I'm not sure if the berserkers still, yeah, we've still got a couple of berserkers still fighting. Right now, as I say, here you can see Fesen's cavalry coming around the flank. And it looks to me like he's going to smash into the flank of the engaged enemy troops there. Remember that Gothic cavalry's got a 7 charge bonus. And here it comes. Here comes that cavalry. And bang! And there's a Gaulish cavalry of Earths going in at the same time. And bang! As they charge in there as well. Oh my gosh. Now I'm a little bit disappointed at that. I was looking to see loads of enemy troops starting to rout at this stage of the battle. But they are holding really well there. Oh my gosh, I thought we were going to see a lot more rout. Can you see those 2 Julio generals there? Now, to be honest with you, we're looking to take those 2 Julio generals out, take the morale bonus away from the enemy troops. But you can see we're still pushing forward. But our left flank, as I said, our left flank to me is worrying me a little bit because you've got SBQR infantry and cavalry, and you've got now Scipii infantry involved as well. And they're making inroads into our left flank there, as you can see. It looks to me like most of the Britannia infantry has been taken out on that flank there. But as I say, we're going for these 2 Julio generals, try and take them out, take the morale bonus away from them, and then hopefully we might get what we're after here, and that is a mass rout of Roman troops. Okay, so that 1 Julio general has been routed. There goes that Gothic cavalry. Make no mistake, Earth was going for that Julio general there. So that's good. We've killed that 1 Julio general. That's good news for us. And you can see us really pushing forward there. Right, let's pause the game for a second here. So there you can see my Spanish troops now have punched a hole through the centre of the Roman troops there. Can you see my Spanish troops are coming out the rear of the battle line of the enemy troops there? But there are some more enemy infantry waiting for me there. Here you can see, as I say, the enemy on our left flank have made good inroads into our troops there, which is bad news for us. And don't forget, as I say, always remember that these Gaulish archers of Earth are shooting into the enemy troops all the way through the battle. It wouldn't surprise me if Earth got some really good kills at the end of this battle there. But as I say, here you can see a lot of enemy troops are starting to rout. So if we can get that Julii general as well there, you can see that one Julii general, if we could get him to rout, then they'd lose that general morale bonus, and maybe we could get what we're after here, which is, as I said before, a mass rout of Roman troops. That's what we're trying to get here. As I say, look at my Spanish troops, how far they've penetrated through the enemy lines there. You've got a Germanic infantry. Oh, this is great news. We've just taken out the other Julii general, so that morale bonus has now been taken away from the enemy troops there. But breaking through the centre of that Roman, I've still got my general left, but breaking through the centre of those Roman troops there with the big upgrades that a lot of the infantry has cost us a lot of troops. Okay, make no mistakes about that. The Germanic general's still alive as well, but breaking through that those enemy troops there, especially with the big upgrades they've had, has cost us a lot. You can see a lot of SBQ or infantry still alive there, coming in on our flank. I can see Julii units as well, and as I say, Scipii units pushing in on us as well. There goes that Gaulish cavalry of Earths again, like a bang as he charges in there. But we have lost a lot of troops there. You can see my Spanish troops surging into those Scipii troops there, but my troops are very battle damaged, they're very battle depleted. Their morale is going to be a bit low because they're so battle depleted now. And you can see the Julii infantry coming in behind my Spanish troops. Uh-oh, that's my general has just been taken out. Okay, so that's bad news for us. You can see a lot of enemy troops now rallied. I think there's a lot of rallied enemy troops here as well that we routed that have come back into the fray. Look at those enemy troops in behind our troops as well. You can see I'm charging my Spanish cavalry, those armoured cavalry units into the enemy there, look. And here comes a Germanic cavalry there charging as well. Bang! Some more cavalry, Germanic cavalry charging in there as well. Fesen's, look. And bang! As he charges in there. Nice hit there by Fesen with his cavalry. But just look, you can see, and there's a Gaul cavalry, look, of Earth charging in as well. Look. Bang! As it charges in there. But I think the elite Roman infantry here is starting to tell. As I say, we lost so many troops smashing through the centre of the Roman line there. And if you look at the amount of enemy troops that are left, I think I've got 2 bull warrior units left that are both very battle damaged there. And oh my gosh, did you see that Germanic unit there just glow? That axe unit has just got a battlefield promotion. Remember, when a unit does well in battle, you'll see it glow and it gets a battlefield promotion, which is an experience strike there. Oh my gosh. So it looks to me like the enemy team has won. Now we've still got the Gaulish archers of Earth left, and remember their secondary weapon are spears. Okay, so they can make effective light infantry, and you can see here that there's still arrows. He's still got arrows left that he's shooting into the enemy team there, and he's still got his general unit left as well. So well done to Earth. But as I say, you can see there's still a lot of elite enemy infantry left. That's all of my bull warriors and my cavalry, my armoured cavalry generals have now been taken out. So my army is completely gone. I think the Germanic army is completely gone. And I think possibly most of the Britannia army is gone as well. Okay, now here's something interesting. This is the only archer unit in RTW where their secondary weapon is an anti-cavalry spear. Okay, you can see that spear there that they've used, and they're going to be attacked by that SBQ or archer unit. You see them using their spears there. So as I say, anti-cavalry spears are the only archer unit in the game that have got that as their secondary weapon. Okay, but just look, you can see Earth here moving his armoured cavalry general around, hitting enemy archer units there. But all these Roman troops have got to do is just go into testudo. Okay, and then the arrows that the Gaulish archers have got will do nothing at all to units in testudo there. And I'm not sure how many arrows Earth will have left in those Forester Warband archers, because as I say, they've been shooting into the enemy all the way through the battle there. But there you are, you can see most of the enemy infantry are now in Testudo there, which as we looked at before in other battle videos, gives them all-round defense there. Can you see that the Forester Warband archers have now stopped shooting, so they've disappeared, they've hidden now. But just look at all these Roman troops. They're very battle damaged Roman troops, but there's enough of them there, I think, to say that the enemy team has gone on to win. As I say, you can see Earth's general unit there smashing into the archer units. I think though, if his general does get routed, I think Earth will just admit defeat. There's that SBQR general unit going in. There you are now. The Gaul general has now been routed there. So as I say, there you are. He's just admitted defeat. So well done to the enemy team there. They've a good deserved win. Just have a look at the battlefield here. This is where Mars charges 6 cavalry units into our Germanic ally there. And that's where 3,320 denarii was gone, what, in 12 seconds? There as he charged in there. I think it was a shock to everybody in the battlefield when he did that. But just look at, you can see the intensity of the fighting here by just the massive piles of dead there. As you can see, I mean, just look at that. You can see how intense the fighting was here. Oh my gosh. And I think our, you know, our lesser, weaker factions, if you like to call them that, I thought we did quite well against these elite Roman infantry on just a normal flat map with no winter bonus, no woods bonus at all for our barbarian allies there. There you can see where the chariots were charging into the enemy troops there. You can see a few of the chariots there, the carcasses of the chariots there, and the dead chariot horses as well. So just to say well done to the enemy team. As you can see, they've just got some very battle depleted units left, but I thought they did well. They held well. We were trying for a mass rout, which we didn't quite achieve, but that was, as I say, that was the team plan there. So well done to the other team there. Okay, so the first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game. I thought everybody played well there. And as you can see, it was only a close defeat. So I guess playing on a map with no winter or woods bonus for the barbarians there, we did quite well to make it a close defeat there. So, yeah, quite pleased with that, really. Highest kills in the game goes to Brotherhood member Royer. 1,905 kills. 1,905 kills for Royer. So really well done to him. Some really good kills. Well done to Mars there. He just got over 1,000 kills, so he'll be pleased with that. As I say, well done to Royer, highest kills in the game. Tabor might be a bit disappointed with less than 1,000 kills, bearing in mind he had 20 infantry at the beginning of the battle, so he might be a bit disappointed he got less than 1,000 kills. And well done to Romex, he might be a bit disappointed he got less than 1,000 kills, but all of you played really well, guys, so well done. And my kills for that Spanish army, I suppose it's okay. Yes, it's all right. It's only about the second or third time I've ever used Spain, so yeah, it's just interesting there. Well done to Aurelius. He might be a bit disappointed he got less than 1,000 kills, but I thought he did well with Britannia. Well done to Fesen with his Germanic army. Look at the kills that he got there with Germania, and look at the kills that Earth got with Gaul. Oh my gosh, second highest kills in the game. Oh my gosh! Now they got the, as we saw, they got the highest kills in the game, but we got the second, third, and fourth highest kills in the game. So I don't think, you know, for lesser, weaker factions there, I thought we did quite well, really. If you look at the factions that we've got there against those elite Roman troops there, and as I say, Spain, Britannia, Germania, and Gaul, I thought it was quite a good combination against those Roman troops. There, so we didn't do too badly. And just to say, we play every Friday, Saturday and Sunday night. So when you see these great battles of ours, if you come and join us on a Friday, Saturday or Sunday, if you get into a good battle, there's a good chance you'll see yourself on this YouTube channel. Okay, Spartan Commander saying bye for now and see you soon.